that we always have to consider while solving questions related to this particular chapter. The first point is to read the question very thoroughly because the question tells you very important information. For example, which direction are people facing towards, how are they seated, if people are seated on the right side or on the left side, if they are seated opposite to each other or diagonal to each other, etc. Hence, reading the question is very important. A second point to consider always is to draw the diagram first. For example, if the question tells you that people are sitting in a square-shaped table, then draw a square first. And then, according to the number of people given, mark the dashes. For example, 4 people are seated on each of these sides. After marking these dashes, also mark the direction as to which side are they facing. If they are facing towards the center of the table, mark it. This helps us to proceed with the question smoothly. Our third point to remember is selecting of the first position is very important. Therefore, always begin with selecting a definite position first. Any point that gives you 100% assurance of which position will the person occupy, mark that first and then proceed with the question further. Our fourth point to remember is to never assume anything in these type of questions. Always go through the conditions that are given to you. Assumptions might ruin the type of positions that you are making and might lead to further confusions as well. Fifth point to remember is that whichever information you feel is not useful for now, just mark it and come back to it later. This will also help you save time in your examination. A sixth point to remember is that be careful with certain words like with, not, only, who, etc. A seventh point to keep in mind is that words like he, she, him, her, which define gender, also help you decode the question very well. This was it for all the points that we had to consider. Now let us move on to few particular statements and see how the positions would be made according to those conditions. Let us take a circular table as an example because circular sitting arrangement is very important from your exam point of view. Now if we have been told that A is between B and C, it will be very obvious that B sits over here, C over here and A over here. Correct? Now let us take second condition. A, who is third to the left of B. If B sits over here, then this is B's left hand side. Therefore, A will be third to the left of B. 1, 2, 3. Third to the left of B, here. Moving on to our next condition. B, immediate left of A, who is sitting to immediate left of C. Now B is sitting to an immediate left of A. If A sits over here, then B sits over here, immediate left of A. And A is sitting to immediate left of C. Then C sits over here. Correct? Correct? Our next condition is B and C are adjacent of A. Now, in this type of condition, there are two possibilities. If A sits over here, B can be here, C can be here. But since we haven't been specified the direction, like if B is towards left hand side of A or towards right hand side of A, this condition has two possibilities. C can be here and B can be here as well. So our first condition would be B1 and C1. Our second condition is C2 and B2.